देखते हैं अब ऑडियो वीडियो सही आ रही है नहीं आ रही है। होम पूरी सब कुछ सही आ रही होगी। थोड़ा इंटरनेट मेरा पता नहीं क्या हर बार का नाटक है ये, इस बारी की बात नहीं है।
This is going to be amazing. Let's dig in, starting with
देखते
the
हैं
home
अब
screen.
देखते हैं।
Today's home screen works great, but as we get more and more apps, we can end up with this. Lots and lots of pages. And we tend to forget what's beyond the first couple. Wouldn't it be great if there were a way to organize all of these
होम पूरी सब
apps
कुछ सही आ रही
without
होगी।
doing a thing? Well, this year we're doing just that with something called the App Library. It's a new space at the end of your home screen pages that automatically organizes all your apps in one simple and easy to
सब कुछ सही
navigate
आ रहा है।
view.
कोई वॉच
Let me show you.
कोई देख ही नहीं रहा। हेलो अजय, मैं एक बार आपको रिलोड करता हूँ।
Here's my home screen. Now, like you, I have muscle memory built for the first page or two, but when it comes to all of these pages, well, honestly, I've lost track of where a lot of things are. And that's where the app library comes in. You can see that all of my apps are automatically organized here. In fact, now with the app library,
हेलो
I
अजय
actually
गाइस,
don't need
ऑडियो
all
वीडियो
those
सही आ रही है
pages
नहीं आ रही
for
है
all
बस
my
ये बता दो।
apps.
और
So we
मेरी भी
created an
और जो
easy
इसमें
way
चल
to
रही है बॉडी
hide
ऑडियो
app
भी।
pages. I just go into jiggle mode, tap the dots at the bottom, and check this out. I get a zoomed out view of all my app pages. I can simply tap to hide the pages I no longer need, just like that. And now with those pages hidden, App Library is always just a automatically organized here. Away. In fact, so here in App Library, getting to the app I'm looking for is really
हेलो
easy.
उस्मान अली, कैसे
Up
हो,
at the
क्या
top,
हाल है?
I have the search field, and I get all my apps organized from A to Z. Now, over here on the upper left,
ऑडियो सही है,
I
वीडियो
have
भी सही है।
suggestions.
ओवरलैपिंग ऑडियो, अच्छा
It
दो
uses
ऑडियो आ रही है क्या?
on-device intelligence to
हेलो
show
हेलो
me the
हेलो,
apps that
नहीं यार
I'm
दो ऑडियो तो
likely
नहीं
to
आनी
need
चाहिए।
next. And on the right is
होपफुली
recently
सब कुछ
added,
सही होना
giving
चाहिए
me
बट
access to the apps that I've recently downloaded from the App Store. And below are
बहुत
intelligently
गुड, ठीक है।
curated categories. So I can tap
तो
into a
गाइस iOS
category
14
like
जिसके लिए सबसे
Apple
ज्यादा
Arcade
एक्साइटेड थे हम, वो
and
फाइनली
see
लॉन्च हो
all
चुका
of
है।
my apps in that
एंड देखते
category.
हैं कैसा
Now,
होता है।
let's go back.
वैसे ये सारी
You
चीजें
may
तो
notice that in
मतलब
each
हाँ
of these
ठीक है,
categories,
एप्पल
the
के हिसाब
apps I
से ठीक
use
है। वैसे
most
सारी चीजें
are
एंड्रॉइड में
right
हमें
here at
बहुत
the
पहले
top
से देखने को
level.
मिल जाती
So I
थी,
can launch one of
जो
these
हमें आप देखने को
directly
अब मिल रही हैं।
with just a
एनीवे
tap.
चलने देते हैं।
So that's App Library. We think this is going to make it easier than ever
ऑडियो
to
इज
get to
लैगिंग,
your apps. Next, let's
चेक
turn
करता हूँ
to
एक सेकेंड।
widgets. Today, widgets help you get information at a glance, but a lot has changed since we first introduced these. Now we have Apple Watch, where
अभी
we're
नहीं
able to
पिका मेरा,
surface so much information on a
कोई नहीं
small
यार, बिक
screen that you wear
जाएगा।
on your wrist. Well, this year, we're taking all that we've learned to create a completely reimagined
ठाकुर ऑडियो
experience
इज
for
लैगिंग यार,
widgets.
बहुत सारी
To
सबकी लैग कर रही
start,
है। मैं
they're
चेक
more
करता हूँ मेरी
beautiful
लैग कर रही है नहीं
and
कर रही
data
है।
rich than ever.
ऑडियो इज
And we're
लैगिंग।
introducing different sizes, so you can choose one that
चेक
best
करता हूँ
fits
एक
your
सेकेंड।
needs.
ये
Let's
iOS
take a
मेरी
look
तो
at
लैग कर
them
नहीं रही
in
है।
iOS 14. So let's swipe over to Today View and take a look
देखते हैं इसमें
at
क्या
our
है।
new widgets. They're just beautiful. And the new designs are more data rich than ever.
मेरे को लग रहा है
And
सब
you can
कुछ पहले
see
का शूट
they
कर रखा
now
है एप्पल
come
वालों
in a
ने
variety
और
of
बस इसकी वीडियो प्ले
sizes,
कर दी है।
so you can pick just the right level of information for each one. Now, we
सनी
like these new
पबजी बैन
widgets
हो
so
यार
much,
भाई,
we
देखो
wanted to
मैंने
make them
ये मेरा फोन
even
जेल
more
ब्रोकन है।
accessible. So check this out. I'm just
ये
going
बात
to tap
सुनो,
and hold on the
ये
weather
मेरा फोन
widget,
जेल ब्रोकन
and
है
I
और
can
इसमें मैं
drag
पबजी
it
खेलता
out
हूँ
of Today
और मेरी
View
पबजी आज
and
तक बैन
onto
नहीं
my
हुई।
home
मैं
screen.
चाहता हूँ मेरी पबजी
And
बैन हो
watch
जाए,
as I move it
बट मेरे
around,
भाई
the
पबजी मेरी
apps just
बैन हो ही
dance
नहीं रही
out
है,
of
तो
the
मैं ट्यूटोरियल
way
बना ही
to
नहीं
make
पा रहा हूँ कि
space for
पबजी
my new widget.
कैसे चलेगी।
Well, let's add a second
ओ
one.
ये सेम
Just going to
चीज जो
tap the
हमने
plus here in the
जेल ब्रेक
upper
के साथ
left
देखी थी,
and grab onto
वही
podcast.
चीज हमें देखने को
I
मिल
can
रही है
drop
iOS
it
14
just
में।
like that.
जिस
Now I'm
वीक
going to
का नाम
swipe
था
over to
वेलॉक्स।
page 2 here and bring back up the widget gallery. The gallery is a great place to explore widgets. Now, when I tap on one,
कुछ कुछ फीचर
I
तो
can
बढ़िया
actually
आए हैं क्या
page
iOS
through all
14
of the
में,
different sizes
और
available,
ये वाला
just
फीचर तो
like
मेरे को सबसे
this.
अच्छा लगा।
But you know, right
ये
now
हम
what I
जेल
want to
ब्रोकन
do is
डिवाइसेस
grab
पे
this
करते थे।
widget up top. It's a really special one. It's called the Smart Stack. Just going to tap it and drop it here. With the
Whoa.
Smart Stack, I can easily swipe through widgets to pick just the one I want for the
पबजी चल रहा है।
moment. But what's really cool is that the Smart Stack can actually do this for me automatically. So in the morning, I can get my news briefing. Throughout the day, find out when I have a meeting coming up. And in the evening, I might get a summary of my activity for the day. So that's widgets on the home screen. We're excited to see how everyone will customize them in their own way.
देखने में तो
Next,
काफी अच्छा लग रहा
we're
है।
also bringing picture-in-picture to iPhone.
अच्छा
So you can access apps on your iPhone while watching video
यार,
or talking on a
YouTube में
FaceTime
तो
call.
उस्मान अली टेक ऐड
Let me
नहीं
show
करेगा
you.
YouTube क्योंकि कॉपीराइट
So
इश्यूज
here on
होते
my
हैं।
home screen,
प्रीमियम
the
खरीदना
Smart Stack
पड़ेगा।
is showing me the TV widget. So I can just tap to start playing a show. Now check this out. When I swipe to go home, the video automatically goes into picture-in-picture right over the home screen. And when I launch another app, like Notes, I can keep watching.
So guys, वैसे तो ये
Now,
सारी
I
चीजें
can
बहुत
drag
बेसिक है जो
the picture
iOS
to
में
another
बहुत
part of the
पहले आ
screen.
जानी चाहिए
If I
थी,
want to make it bigger,
बट ये
I can
अभी भी
even
आ रही है
pinch
तो
to zoom.
अच्छी बात है.
And as I
कम
move
से कम आ तो
between
रही है.
applications, it stays with me. And what's cool is I can
Dolphin
also
OS यार मेरे को
swipe it to
बिल्कुल
the
आइडिया नहीं है. अभी
side,
चेक करते हैं
and the
इसके बाद
audio
Dolphin
keeps
OS कैसे
playing
करते हैं.
when it's off screen. Now, here on the home screen, I can bring it back out if I want. And I have controls to get back to full screen playback, or I can just tap the X to close it. And that's picture-in-picture video. It's a great way to
हाँ,
continue
सब कुछ
enjoying
जीरो
your
में पहले
video
मिल जाता
while
था.
tapping into everything else your iPhone can do for
थ्री
you.
फिंगर इशू
And
फिक्स
that's
हो.
a
थ्री
quick
फिंगर
look at
इशू
the
क्या आ रहा है
updates to
यार
the
निंजा?
core elements of iOS.
मैं भी थ्री
We
फिंगर
think
करता
these
हूँ,
new
मेरे को कोई नहीं
features
आता
are going to
इशू.
make iOS even more helpful in the moment. Another iconic experience that's getting a major update is Siri. As much as Siri has advanced
मैंने
over the
देखा है
years,
एप्पल के
the
फोन के
visual
साथ ना
interface
बड़ी
for
हाइप सी
interacting with
क्रिएट
it has
होती है.
remained largely unchanged.
वैसे ये सारी
When you
चीजें कोई
use
बहुत बड़ी
Siri, your
चीजें नहीं है,
iPhone
बहुत
switches
बेसिक
to this
चीजें हैं,
full screen UI,
बट
obscuring your current
एप्पल में आ रही हैं
context.
तो
So
हाइप
this
हो जाती
year,
है, बिना
we've
बात का हुआ बन
completely
जाता है.
redesigned the Siri experience with a new compact design. It makes tasks like launching apps incredibly seamless. For example, if you say, open Safari, Siri pops up at the bottom of the screen and instantly launches the app. Or if you ask for information, like the weather, results appear at the top of the screen, just
अच्छा
like a
ये
notification.
वाला फीचर भी बढ़िया
Now,
है.
this is especially
मतलब
great when there's
बढ़िया इन
information
द
you want
सेंस
to
एप्पल
reference
वाले
on
सेंस में
screen.
बढ़िया है.
For example, you could ask Siri to add to your grocery list.
वरना सीरी को कौन ही
So
बोलता
that's
है.
the
ये
new
चीज हम
Siri
खुद भी कर सकते
design
हैं बड़े
in
आसानी
iOS
से.
14. But the UI is only part of the
एंड्रॉइड वाले
story.
पहली
To
फुर्सत में
tell you
निकलो.
more
बिल्कुल
about how
सही
we're
बात है.
making Siri smarter than
बिल्कुल
ever,
सही बात है.
I'll hand it off to Yael Garden.
Thanks, Craig. Siri is getting smarter and even more helpful every day, and I'm really excited to share the latest updates with you. Siri helps you in a ton of little ways every day, playing the morning news, ordering a coffee, getting
I-
directions, setting the
iOS
alarm
नहीं
before
नहीं यार,
going to
इशू
bed,
मेरा मैं
and
iOS
so much
13
more.
में उसके साथ ही
In
खेलता हूँ.
fact, Siri
थ्री
is
फिंगर
helping
क्लॉक
so many
और
of
मेरा
you
सही
with a
चलता है. दिखाता हूँ अभी
staggering
एक सेकंड.
25 billion requests
गूगू
each month.
गूगू को क्या हुआ?
And Siri's getting more
गूगू
helpful
को क्या
every
हुआ?
day. Siri's always been great for getting
आपका
information and now
लैग
has
हो
over
रहा है
20
इवेंट के
times
साथ.
more facts than just 3 years ago.
अच्छा
For more complex questions
रुक मैं
like
चेक करता
how
हूँ
do
यार.
hybrid cars work or what causes seasons, we recently introduced answers from websites across the internet, enabling Siri to help you find even more answers. Another way Siri helps is with communication, like sending messages. This year,
यार
you
ये
can
इशू
now
मैं
ask
फिक्स
Siri to send an
थोड़ी देर के लिए
audio
ना फिर
message,
स्क्रीन बंद
and
करनी
Siri will
पड़ेगी.
start recording.
जो ब्रेक
This
आएगा
is great
उसमें
when
ये
you
वाला
really
इशू
want
फिक्स
to have
करता
the
हूँ,
emotion
वॉइस
of your
वाला.
voice come through. Another popular way to send messages with your voice is using dictation. Keyboard dictation uses the same speech recognition as Siri. And leveraging the power of the neural engine, we are now able to run dictation on
हाई
device.
टेक्निकल
This
एमजेबी.
provides great accuracy and privacy.
ये क्या
When
चीजें हैं?
communicating
ये
with
कोई
someone in another
मतलब
language, Siri can help with
ये तो बहुत ही
translation.
बेसिक
This
चीजें हैं.
year,
ये
we're
चीजें हमें
expanding to
पता नहीं कब
support
से मिलती
many
आ
new
रही है. ये
language
क्या ये
pairs.
इवेंट में
This
क्यों आ
is
रही है? मेरे को
hugely
ये थोड़ा
popular,
समझ कम आ
but
रहा
we
है.
know our users want more than just translating phrases. They want to have entire conversations. And we believe conversations between languages should feel natural and easy and have the ability to stay private. That's why we're introducing a new app called Translate. It
ये
is
देखो थ्री
designed
फिंगर
to
ड्रॉ
be
ही
the
है.
best and easiest to use app
इसमें
for
कुछ नहीं होता.
conversations, and it can work completely offline, keeping your conversations private. Using advanced on-device machine learning and the powerful neural engine, you can translate your text and voice between any combination of these 11 languages. So I could have a conversation with someone in
ये
Mandarin,
क्यों
and they could have
ये
a
क्यों
conversation
दिखा
with
रहे हैं
someone
इस
in
वाले
Russian.
इवेंट में?
Just tap on the microphone and
ये
say,
कोई बहुत
"What are
बड़ी
your
चीज
store
थोड़ी
hours?"
है.
¿Cuáles son las horas de su tienda?
You get back the text and audio right away. And just turn the phone to landscape to open conversation mode. We've designed a side-by-side view that's easy for two people to know which side to follow in the
iOS
conversation.
13.5
This
में
mode
नहीं
is
jailbreak नहीं
incredibly
है.
intuitive, with just a
13.5
single
था.
microphone button because the app intelligently detects the language spoken and shows translation on the correct side of the screen. Translate will make communicating between languages easier than ever before, connecting people in new ways, and we can't wait for you to try it.
Thanks, Yael. Next up, messages. Messages is how many of us communicate
Messages
with
में
people
देखते हैं
most
क्या है.
important to us. And
ये जो
now we're
पिछले
using
वाला
it
था
more than
पूरा ये तो
ever.
बकवास लगा मेरे
Compared
को
to just a
बिल्कुल
year
भी.
ago, we have a record number of users sending a record number of messages. And we've seen people use messages more and more to keep in touch with their closest groups.
मैंने देखा है अपने इंडिया
This
में
year,
ज्यादा
we're
लोग आई मैसेज को
introducing a
यूज नहीं
new way
करते
to
हैं.
stay
बाहर
connected
का
with your
पता नहीं
most
लिखा हुआ है कि
important
40%
conversations,
इंक्रीज हुआ है,
giving you
बट
new
मेरे
ways to
हिसाब से
express
इंडिया
your
में इतने
identity
लोग नहीं
with
करते हैं आई
emoji,
मैसेज को यूज.
and
मेरे
making
हिसाब से
big
मेरा कोई
changes
दोस्त
to
नहीं
how we
करता. मैंने
communicate
आई
in
मैसेज आज तक
groups.
यूज नहीं करे.
To tell you more, here's Stacy Lysick.
Thanks, Craig. First, let's get started with conversations. From the beginning, Messages was designed to make it really easy to get to your newest messages. But with so many active conversations, sometimes it can be tough to get to the ones that are most important to you. So we are introducing a new way to let you stay connected to your most important conversations by letting you pin them at the top of your list so you can always get to them.
ये क्या
And
क्या
you can see
चीजें
messages as
हैं
they come in with a beautiful animation on the pin. Next, let's talk about expressing yourself with Memoji. There are over 1 trillion ways to customize your identity with Memoji. In iOS
फिर भी
14, we're
ठीक है.
adding even more ways to create your look with over 20 new hair and headwear styles to let you reflect your
मैं
hobby,
डिसेबल हो जाऊंगा
profession,
एक्सप्रेसो गेम में.
and personality.
सही में
We've also added something that's even more relevant
देखेंगे यार,
today,
सबकी तब
face
देखेंगे. मैं इसको डिलीट
coverings.
कर दूंगा स्ट्रीम करने के बाद.
And we're adding more age options too. My favorite way of using Memoji is with Memoji stickers. And now we have 3 brand new Memoji stickers that let you send a hug, a fist bump, or even a blush to your
भाई
friends.
जितने लोगों के पास भी आईफोन है,
Last,
आप
let's
लोग
chat about
इमोजी यूज
groups.
करते हो या नहीं करते
When
हो?
you're talking to a group, sometimes there's so much going on, it can be hard to keep track of the conversation. So this year, we're going to help you bring order to the chaos. First, we're adding inline replies that let you reply
Inline
directly to a
replies, ये क्या होता है?
specific message. You can view replies in the full conversation.
iOS
or you can
13.4
view them
का
as their
बीटा
own
वर्जन तो
threads,
आज ही
so you
लॉन्च
can
हो जाएगा
focus
यार,
in
इसके
on a
बाद ही.
specific
अभी
topic.
देखते हैं क्या पता है, बता ही
To make it
नहीं.
even more clear who a message was meant for, we're introducing mentions. With mentions, you can just type someone's name to direct a message to them. And now you have the ability to only be notified
ये क्या
when you're
feature है?
mentioned in the group conversation. And check out the
ओह,
top of this conversation. We have an all-new
जैसे अपना
design for
WhatsApp
how
में
groups
होता है.
appear. It lets
सेम
you
वैसा
see
ही.
all the members of your group where the most recently active people are shown largest.
iOS
And for the
14
first
दाम
time
मेरे भाई
ever,
आज ही
you
आ
can
जाएगा.
create a unique visual identity for your group by
अब फिर
setting
से
a
ये
group
वही बात है कि
photo
iOS
or
मतलब
customizing your
कि
group's
आई
logo
मैसेजेस
with an
को कौन
emoji.
यूज करता है? आप में से कोई यूज
Inside
करता
the
है आई मैसेज को या नहीं
conversation,
करता है?
you see group
क्योंकि मैं
members'
जितने लोगों को
photos
जानता हूँ
around
उनमें
the
से तो
image.
कोई भी
Of
आई
course, it
मैसेज को
looks
यूज नहीं
great
करता
as
है.
a pin. You know who's most recently commented in the group because their photo will appear around the outside of the pin. And that's what's coming to Messages in iOS 14. All new pinned conversations, fun updates to Memoji, and powerful improvements to groups.
Thanks, Stacy. Next, let's take a look at features that help us while we're out and about. Now, we know that life looks very different for many of us right now, but it won't always be this way. And as things start to open up, we have a new set of features that will help us
policy
explore the
violation.
world again, starting with
मैं एक
maps.
बार चेक करता हूँ मेरी
Apple Maps is
पॉलिसी
the best
वायलेशन
way
की
to
वजह
navigate and
से
explore the world, all
स्ट्रीम
while
नहीं चल रही
protecting
है
your
अब.
privacy. Over the past several years, we've added many great features, and of course, we've been rebuilding our map from the ground up. Our new map finished rolling out across the US earlier this year and brought with it better navigation and far richer
check
detail
करता
for
हूँ,
roads,
कोई issue आ रहा है
pedestrian
तो.
paths, land cover, and more. The new map also offers more